Hello and welcome to Python for Data Science. Today we will see another part of Python programming, which is control flow tools. So we will start our Colab notebook, then click on new notebook, and then we will give a name to this notebook as lesson 5 and click on connect. Control means they are used for deciding how we should run the program or how the program runs in steps. For example, if I store the number 5 in A by writing A equal to 5, and if I write if A is greater than 10, print A is greater than 10. If A is less than 10, if A is not greater than 10, that means else you will print A is less than 10. So this is the condition, this is the initial value of A 5. This is the condition A less than 10. If this condition is true, then you will print this, else that means when the condition is not true, you will print A is less than 10. So here we are, so I made a mistake here. If A is greater than 10, so A is less than 10, because A is 5, it gives A is less than 10. Same program, I will copy this, and only difference is I will change A to 20. When I do this, A is greater than 10. When that happens, so A is 20, that means 20 is greater than 10, that is why it will print A is greater than 10. So the reason why we call them as control structure is because normally Python program runs line by line. So first this line, then this line, then this line, then this line. But with this we can decide which part should execute and which should not execute. So the first control structure is if else. This line will not execute unless this condition is true. And if this condition is not true, then this line will execute. So it is a different from the normal Python execution line by line. Second, we can also write in this way. Suppose A is 25. If A is greater than 10, we will print that A is greater than 10. Let me have a intermediate condition. Else if, I am writing as ELIF, that means else if A is greater than 5. So the first condition will check if A is greater than 10. If yes, it will print this. If A is not greater than 10, then we will check is A greater than 5. So A is greater than 5 but less than 10. Remember, this line will execute only if A is greater than 10 is false. So definitely A is less than 10 but A is greater than 5. And last is the else, which says that A is less than 5. So you see, when there are two conditions, we write the first in if, we write the second in elif, which means else if. I will write here a comment that says else if, and then else does not have a condition. Whenever the above conditions are false, else will automatically execute. So A is greater than 10. Now suppose I write 9. What will happen? A is greater than 5 but less than 10. Now I replace the 9 with 4. So what will happen? A is less than 5. So when we have multiple conditions, this is how we regulate the flow. So this is known as if, else. This is how the control structure is written. Usual very popular program in Python is to find out if a number is odd or even. So we will take a number from the user. The way of doing it is I am taking a number from the user like this, using the input function enter a number. Just let me show you what happens. See, you can see that there is a box here in which I have to write my number. So I will write 5 and the number is displayed here that I entered. So instead of displaying, I will store it in this variable. Then I will check if number is %2. So this percentage means division. So when the number is divided by 2, what will happen? The remainder is it 0. So if I remember that one thing to note, whenever you are taking input, it is always in the form of string. So to convert that into integer, we do the typecast. So typecast string to integer using the function or the command int. So int command is there which converts your string into integer, that means number. So let us see what will happen now. I am entering 10. So 10 %2, that means 10 divided by 2, what will be the remainder? The remainder is 0. So double equal to means is equals to 0. So that is true. So the we get print even. Again I am executing this time with 7. So 7 %2 means 7 divided by 2. What is the remainder? 1. 1 is it equal to 0? No. So this will not execute. This odd will execute and we are getting the output as odd. In this way we can check the number that is entered by the user, is it even or odd, by using the control structure if. So that is how we have demonstrated for you the importance of control structure. One more program that you can write is, you take a number from the user and convert it to word. So if the user enters the number 1, you print ONE. So to do that, let us first accept a number from the user. Enter a number, and here I can write if the number is equal to 0, I will print 0. So if the user enters, I will write here enter a single digit number. Now if the user does not enter 0, then I will write a condition else if equal to 1, then we will print 1. So when the user does not enter 0 but enters 1, then you will print 1. Similarly, we can continue this else if and complete the other numbers. So I will just paste it multiple times. Now if the user enters 2, then we should get 2. If the user enters 3, then we should get 3. If the user enters 4, we should get 4. If the user enters 5, we should get 5. If the user enters 6, we should get 6. If the user enters 7, we should get 7. If the user enters 8, we should get 8. And finally, if the user does not enter any number from 0 to 8, that means he has entered 9. So we can write here 9. So this is how I have completed my if else. There is a problem with this program. So let me enter 6 here. You can see it has typed 6. However, if I enter the number 333, then what will happen? It will print 9, because what happens is all these cases are false. That means this will execute. So whatever does not satisfy these conditions will be automatically satisfying this, and so we are printing 9. So that is the problem of this writing the program in this manner. So thank you for watching this, and keep practicing the other programs. So you can write a program for finding out if number is prime or not. So take an input of a number and test whether it is prime or not. Whatever we have taught you in this previous programs is sufficient for you to implement this program yourself. Try it, and thank you for watching the video. See you in the next video.